Parnelli Jones takes the white flag. 1 lap to go, but Roger McCluskey in 3rd place makes a desperate bid to improve his position on this 199th lap. McCluskey spins. He will not finish this race. But Parnelli Jones finishes the 500-mile ordeal in 3 hours and 29 minutes. Victory and riches await Parnelli Jones, who has won the fastest Indianapolis 500-mile race ever run. What is the design that produced this great winner? Was it his superb driving? Was it the engineering know-how that gave him that extra power and speed? Or was it the teamwork that rushed him through each pit stop in record time? Right now, Parnelli doesn't know, nor does the crowd. They only know they have found a new champion of speed.
I'm Jagger Jones. I'm originally from Scottsdale, Arizona, and I'm a 3rd-generation race car driver. What I've loved so much about racing in my life is I've always grown up with a purpose and a passion and a desire. I've always been hungry.
Jones leading Haley Deegan, but not by much.
I know a lot of kids that I've grown up with, they don't really know what they want to do in their life, especially around the time you go to college. And for me, since I was a little kid, I'm very fortunate to know exactly what I want, have dreams, have ambitions that I've been chasing since I was 9 years old.
Can Jagger Jones hold off Anthony Willis for 2 more laps?
Oh, no fear of missing out for Jagger Jones from victory lane anymore. He will win at the All-American Speedway.
My love from racing started at a very young age. My first bed was a race car bed. My first toy was a toy car. I would sit and watch races as a kid. My grandpa Parnelli Jones won the Indy 500. He raced off-road, Trans Am, NASCAR, won in all different types of vehicles.
Parnelli Jones believes records are made to be broken, and he qualifies at a new record speed of 150.370 miles per hour.
Here they come. And Don White shoves Parnelli Jones into the grass. That's no way to treat a visiting fireman, unless you want to show him who's boss. Parnelli Jones keeps a safe distance behind Don White as he takes the checkered flag.
So obviously, following and keeping the Jones family name in racing is important, but I think also my legacy, I think at a certain point it has to turn to about Jagger, about me. And I think I'm at that point where I'm starting to grow notoriety, win races, and I think it's going to feel even better when I do make it there, when I do reach the top. So this weekend, we're at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park racing in the IMSA VP Challenge. I'm racing with a team called Remstar Racing. They provided me a great opportunity to race for them this year. I'm racing in the LMP3 category, so they're prototype vehicles, and we also race with another category called GT4s, which are much slower, but we're in 2 separate races. So we have to weave through traffic. We go about 10 seconds a lap quicker than those guys. I'll be racing with about 10 guys in the same car as me, and the goal is to hopefully win. We've won the last 4 races heading into this weekend. We won 2 races in Florida and St. Pete in March.
From here in St. Petersburg for Jagger Jones, and he'll come away with a perfect weekend if he can hold on for another 3.6 miles.
Won both the races at Mid-Ohio.
The word perfect isn't used often in motorsports, but it has been a perfect weekend for Jagger Jones, Fast MD Racing. They make it 2 for 2. Perfect on the season. 4 races, 4 wins.
So we've had a really successful season. We haven't lost just yet. So the goal going into this weekend is to win both the races again. As we come to the racetrack, I've never raced at this track before, so we did a track walk on Thursday, learned the track. Obviously from the simulator and video, I kind of already know what to expect, but you see, you know, the different pavement, the grip level, kind of get a good perspective of the track, talk with my engineer of what we're gonna do with the car setup, all different things on the track walk, super important. Friday, we have 2 30-minute practices for me to learn the track, for the team to figure out exactly what we need to do with the car to make it go faster. So there's a lot of engineering as well that goes along with racing. So I'm kind of leading the engineering side in a sense of I not only have to drive the car as fast as I can, but I have to give really good feedback to the team. So I have to be telling the team exactly what I'm feeling and also what I need more out of the car and in which corners.
Black Betty, bam, lamb, whoa, Black Betty, bam, lamb, Black Betty had a child, bam, lamb, the damn thing gone wild, bam, lamb, she said a word not of mine, bam, lamb, the damn thing gone blind, bam, lamb, I said, oh, Black Betty, bam, lamb, whoa, Black Betty, bam, lamb.
Then me and the team will look at all the data, the suspension data, my driving style, where we are on the setup. My team of me and the engineers will go through the car and we can make adjustments to the suspension, to the aerodynamics of the car, a million different things. That's even a bit still above my pay grade, but they'll work and they'll come up with the best solution to get me what I need in order to go faster.
Whoa, Black Betty, bam, lamb, whoa, Black Betty, bam, lamb, she really gets me high, bam, lamb, you know that's no lie.
We ended up first in both practices. I was very happy with the car. Practice leads us into qualifying, and qualifying in this type of racing is very, very important. So qualifying is about 15 minutes long, and the person who sets the fastest one single lap time is the guy who gets to start first in the race, which is a huge advantage. It can be very tricky to pass, especially at this track. It's very fast, quite narrow, so it's hard to overtake cars. So you really, really want to start first, if not second on the front row. So it's very important to have a really fast car and hopefully hit the pole and be able to start first. The weather was getting a little hotter towards qualifying, but I was happy where it was. So we didn't make a lot of changes to the car heading into qualifying. And some other cars went out, laid a lot of different rubber on the track than what was there in practice, which really changed how the track felt for me in qualifying. And we got a little bit behind, and I was only able to finish second in qualifying, which isn't terrible, but it would have been a huge advantage to be first. So I wasn't super pleased with the result in qualifying, but I knew the car was fast from practice. We just had to make some small adjustments going into the race on Saturday morning.
Welcome in, everyone. Brian Till with you along with Jeremy Shaw. And Jeremy, what a day here as we start the second half of the 2024 season. The weather absolutely gorgeous. Race 1 of 2 of the weekend coming up next.
Second on the grid will be Jagger Jones. Jagger did not take part in the first round of the season at Daytona International Speedway with the Fast MD Racing with Remstar team, but since then he's been well, perfect actually. 4 pole positions, 4 race wins. He was fastest yesterday in the practice sessions, but when it came down to qualifying, all of a sudden the car picked up an understeer.
I said, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine.
So I started second and I got a great start and I got the lead around the outside in turn 1. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but I got a super great jump, got the lead early, and then had a pretty mellow race from there. I've really worked a lot on the mental side of racing. That's what separates, the guy in first from the guy in second, third, fourth. It's all mental, and how do you get the most out of yourself? Before the session, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go through turn one. I need to lift at this point. I need to try to carry more speed in the corner than I did in practice. I'm not going out there thinking, oh, I need to win this race. You can't really always control the results. In racing, a ton of things can go wrong, inside your control, outside of your control. I could have a competitor run into the back of me, ruin my race. Could have a mechanical failure on the first lap, not be able to finish, not win the race. Nothing of my own doing. So I just need to focus exactly on what I do. I always like this quote, the conscious mind can only focus on one thought at a time. So if I'm focused on the wrong thing, then it's impossible for me to be focused on the right thing and what I need to be doing in the moment. I don't necessarily get scared at all. It is a dangerous sport, but if you're willing to, lay everything on the line to go out and win races, you can't be worried at all about the danger, the crashes, all of that. That stuff happens, but if you're focusing on that, then you're not focusing on the right thing of what you need to do, which will get you the results. I had one really sketchy moment where I almost lost the car. I accidentally dropped my left rear tire on the entry into the grass, so when I turned in, I was like full sideways on the entry, went over the curb, somehow saved it. That's where adrenaline and just instincts kicked in. It was, I wasn't thinking about it, just naturally what I did. I was able to save it, but I had a big lead, so I didn't lose too much time. Stayed in front. It was pretty hectic with the traffic, but I got through that all clean. Checked out, I think one point we had a 15-second lead, which is huge in racing, and was able to come home, bring our 5th win of the season, which is very exciting. Trying to beat a number of people and try to outperform others. I think I love that just as much as driving cars themselves. I don't ever feel like I'm working a day in my life, especially at the racetrack, but it does take hard work and dedication to get the results. But I've always tell people if I can drive amazing, fast race cars for a living, I think anyone would take that opportunity, and I'm just trying to make the most of it.
Jagger's had the same dream since he was 9 years old. There's something to be said here about desire and knowing exactly what it is that we're meant to be. For some, it takes years of soul searching to figure out what that is. For those like Jagger, it's just something you're born with. Regardless of when we discover what our dream is, Jagger has proven that through hard work, determination, and a little bit of belief in yourself, you too are only one lap away from making your dream a reality. So go do it. Why not?